Hello, beautiful people. It's Alfred Cyril Owecho, your guitar tutor, and today we want to look at something very important. Learn how to play on all keys in 20 minutes. So this tutorial is going to last 20 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes or thereabout. And now, so our time starts now. Yes, so if you're new to this channel, you're welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for returning. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe to this channel. And if you find everything that I say in this particular tutorial helpful, just let me know in the comment session or section. Now let's get into the business for today. And before we go into the nitty-gritty of what we have for today, I want to say that you might not just understand everything by following this 20 to 25 minute tutorial. You might not just get everything. It's the reason why I will just encourage you to watch this tutorial again and again if you did not get it. This is going to change everything. Now, why am I actually doing this? The reason why I'm doing this is because as a guitarist, you should or you should always have this mindset of learning how to play on all keys, so that you don't say, why do I need to play on all keys? I can just learn how to play on the key of C and G, and I will be using this guy here called the capo to just be transposing from one key to another. Well, you may not always have this, right? And then you find yourself maybe in a place, and then you are required to play in a different key. What do? Will you just stay and then you are just looking at everyone, man, is singing on F sharp? No, you are not going to do that, right? And so you should be able to know how to play on all keys. So now the first thing I want to say now we have begun. The first thing I want to say is that playing on all keys is a function of knowing some major keys. Like there are some important keys, chords that you're supposed to know. For example, you should know how to play in the key of C. You should know how to play in the key of G. You should know how to play in the key of A. You should know how to play in the key of D. You should know how to play in the key of E. So there are some important chords that you should know how to play. The reason why I'm saying this is because everything that you will be doing in playing on all other keys is a function of knowing some music theories, one, and then knowing how they apply in terms of the movement across the fretboard. Once you have this on ground, that's just all. As usual, you won't say you want to learn how to play on all the keys and you don't know the major scale. The foundation is very important. You must know that after do, what comes next is what? Is re. After re, what comes next is mi. After mi, what comes next? Fa. Like that. You should also know how to form the major scale in any key at all. I want to form the major scale in the key of A. How do I go about that? So let me just do that quickly. So now take note of this. If you want to form a major scale in the key of A, this is basic music theory. I'll just take out like 30 seconds to do this. The name of this fifth string is A string. The aim of this tutorial is not to tell you the names of the string. So now the name of this fifth string is A, right? So if you want to form the major scale in the key of A, what should you do? Open fifth is A. Then when you place your hand on the second fret of that particular string, which is here, it becomes what? It becomes B, because after, when you play it open is A, first fret is A sharp, then second fret is B. That is the second note in the A major scale, because open is A, then the next movement is what? Is a tone. You are supposed to move a tone. Actually, the formula for forming the major scale is what? You move a tone from the root note, you move a tone, then you move another tone, then you move a semitone, then you move a tone. That's 3 tones, then you move a semitone. That's just the formula. This is very important. It's this basic music theory. So if you want to form the major scale in the key of A, you have A open, you move a tone, just as I said, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So this is the first tone is B, the second tone is what? C sharp. The next movement says what? Semitone, which is what? D. Then the next movement is what? E. Then another tone, F sharp, another tone, G sharp, and then finally you have what? Semitone. Do. I believe you are hearing that already. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi. I'm sorry, mi, re, do. You see that? That's how you form. So this also applies when you want to play the chords in terms of in the key of A. The rule for playing chords in terms of scale, for example, the rule for playing chord in terms of scale is what? When you want to play the 1, which is A, now you are in the key of A, you play what? A major chord. You always play a major chord. When you want to play 2, you play what? A minor chord. So notice that from A, I moved what? A tone to bar the second fret. Just as at first, I'll play this open, and then I'll move a tone to play my B note. Now I'm barring the second fret, and instead of playing A major, I am playing what? A minor. Why? When you want to play the second, which is your re, in any key, play it as what? A minor. So I changed this this chord that was A major shape before into a minor. I'll be playing what? A B minor chord. So what is the complete formula that you are supposed to know to play chords in terms of scale? The 1 must be major, the 2 must be what? Minor, the 3 must be what? Minor. You see that? Notice that I move what? A tone again. So you see, there are a lot of things that you're supposed to put in mind in just moving to the corresponding chords. I've already told you, you need to know the movement, then you need to know the nature of the chords. Is it a major or a minor chord? So this is major, you move a tone, you play minor, you move a tone again, you play what? Minor, which is C sharp minor. This is it. Make sure your guitar is tuned. Oh. This is C sharp. The next is what? A semitone. So instead of moving two frets, you are moving just a fret, which is a semitone movement. And if you want to play the 4th is what? Is a major. So you play what? You play you change this shape here into a major. That's like your A, but you are playing the 5th string, and then you are playing that A shape here. You see that? That's what? A D major chord. Move a fret, which is a tone. The next rule is what? Move a tone and still play the major chord, which is E major. The next movement is a tone, which is what? you now change it to what? A minor chord. Notice when I move a tone, I'm skipping a fret. You see that? Sorry, this is what? This is an F sharp minor chord, and the next chord is a diminished chord, which is the 7th, but you're supposed to move a tone. So you move a tone and then you play what? A diminished chord. And this is how you play a diminished chord. Now, this diminished chord is a bit like tricky, but this is it. This is the 11th fret. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11th fret, then this fingers goes here. You see that? This fingers goes here on the same fret. You see it? You see the way the shape is, and then this little finger is now on the 13th fret of the 3rd string. So notice that it's a bit complex. If you are, anyways, I know this learning how to play on all keys might not so much profit the beginners. They'll be like, but if you're an intermediate guitar player or an advanced, this is very important. You should know how to play on all keys. So this is what? That's the B, not B, sorry. This is a G sharp diminished chord. Yes. And another important thing that I might add to all of what I'm saying is that because I just finished the A scale, like in terms of playing chords, you can move across your guitar as I've done already. Now, another important thing that you must note, that if instead of playing the like the back chord, which is the T this way, not a back chord per se, that might seem a bit technical, you can decide to play the 7th of the 5th chord in that particular key. You can decide to play the 7th of the 5th chord. So what's the 7th of the 5th chord in the key of A? The key of A, of course, A. What's the 5th chord? Is E. So you play what? An E7 chord in place of what? That particular T that might be technical for you to play. So this is it. This is how to play the E7 chord. So this is it. It's like an E major chord. Then you remove this hand. So that's, you remove this finger, I mean to say, this your ring finger. It gives you the 7th chord. That's this an E7. So you can decide to play this instead of that chord that you are like, what is he playing like this? You get that now. So that is how to play the key of A. Just as I said, this will last just 20 minutes and you'll see you'll be able to play on all keys. Now, having understood the key of A, same thing applies to all keys. It means that if I want to play in the key of A sharp, for example, all I need to do is move a fret, because if this is A, right, this becomes what? It becomes an A sharp chord. You see that? After A sharp, this is what? B. So if you are playing the key of A sharp, right, you already know that this is A sharp. The next thing to do is to what? To move a tone, just as I said, move a tone, and then instead of a major chord, play what? A minor chord. Change it to a minor chord. This will be what? The second chord in the key of A sharp, which is what? A C minor chord. The next movement is what? A tone, which is what was this? This is a D minor chord. The next movement is a semitone, you see, which is a D sharp major chord. That is all. With this particular information, you can play on any key at all. Just know when to move a tone and when to play the nature of the chord as a major or minor. Now, if you want to play in another key, let's just select another key. Let's select key of C, for example. You know, the key of C is straightforward. You can decide to just play C, then D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, I beg your pardon, A minor, and then a B diminished chord. A B diminished chord. A B diminished chord. This is a B diminished chord like this. But I told you that you can decide to play what? The seventh of the fifth chord, which is, the fifth is G. You can decide to play the seventh, which is this, as your seventh chord in the key of C. So key of C is usually, it's easy. But what about if you want to play key of C in terms of bar? Because another thing you're supposed to take note of is the fact that I said it. Okay, I don't think I've said this. Is that playing on all keys also is a function of understanding bar chords. Like, you should know how to bar. That's what I'm saying. You should know how to bar. So now, using the capo is another way that you can play on all keys. But I've done a tutorial on how to use the capo or capo effectively. So there's no need for that. So when you want to play in the key of C, if this is A, this is A sharp, this B, and then this is what? C. So notice something. This is your C. Then if you want to play the second chord, you move a tone and then you change this to a minor, right? This becomes your re. This is re or re. Then notice that this your D minor is sounding the same as what? It's to tell you that you can play that particular chord in different position. Yes. So now the last thing I want to say is that, let's say you want to play in the key of E, for example. This is what? This is E major. The rules say if you want to play the second, just move what? A tone. Remember, the movement between the first and the second is a tone. So when you move a tone, so notice that I'm still holding E major shape here, these three fingers. So what am I going to do? I'm going to change it to a minor. I'll remove this finger. This is now E minor. I'll be playing what? The second chord in the key of E. Re, do, re. Move a tone and it's still minor. Mi. Move a semitone, major. Fa. This fa, when you calculate it based on moving semitones or moving tone, you notice that this fa on the 5th fret is your A major chord. Fa, fa. You see that? So do. If I want to play fa, instead of moving straight here to play this, I can decide to play A major chord. Do, fa. You see that? It just, if you want to really do well in music, you must use your brain. You have to use your brain somehow. I know you can be skillful and but you need to. There has to be this harmony between what? Theory and practice. Yes. So now, that's just how to play on the key of E. With this, you are able to, play the other chords based on applying everything I said in the key of A to the key of E as well. So that's how you play on all keys. Let's try. Already you know how to play on the key of G. You should know. I said you should know how to play in the key of G. This is G, Re, A minor, Mi. So I'll move a tone from A minor by the second fret. This now B minor, Mi. Then Fa is what? C. I can decide to play, move a semitone and bar, or play what? The normal C chord. That's just it. You see that? So, D major, or I can play this C and move what? A fret. So, I mean a tone, or 2 frets up. You see that? Then the La, I can decide to La or E minor. Yes. Now, as a way of ending this particular video tutorial, the last thing I want to say is that when you are playing your A major, notice that the 5th note or the 5th chord is an E. You can play the E major above it. So it means anytime you are playing a chord using this A shape down below here, like this, if you want to play the 5th chord, you can just play above it like this, the E shape as your 5th in the corresponding keys you have downward. This is A sharp major, A sharp. That's your 1 now. If you're playing the key of A sharp, above it is what? Will be the 5th note, which is what? Your saw in the key of A sharp. You see that? Which is what? F, because after E you have F. So you need to you get that. You see that in the key of B, the 5th will be above, which will be what? F, then F sharp. If this is C now, above it will be the 5th, which will be what? F sharp, then G. And you already know that the G chord is the 5th in the key of C. You see that? You can continue. In same vein, if you were, before I say this, let me also add that if this were to be the 5th and then you want to play the 6th, what are you supposed to do? Answer me. You're supposed to move a tone, and you will be playing what? Minor as your what? 6th chord in the key of C. You see that? 5th, this is 1, C, using A shape, up, we have 5th, which is G, then move a tone upward, you have A minor, which is because you move a tone, this is what? 5th. When you move a tone backward, it gives you what? An F chord, because before F, when you move a tone backward from your G, which is 2 frets down, you have an F chord. Did you see that? That's an F chord. So it means if I want to play a progression in the key of C, for example, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4. What do I do? This will be 1. Above it will be the 5. Move forward 2 frets up. This will be the 6. Then move from this the 5th, move 2 frets backward, it will be the 4th. You see that? Do, sol, la, fa. You see that? You can move around, you will get every chord. Know when to move a tone, know when to move semitone, know the nature of the chords to use, and that's all. In same vein, if you are playing the key of E, if above it is E like this, below it will be A, which is, if this is your Do now, E, below it is now your Fa, So it means anytime you bar up like this as your do or your 1, below it will be what? Your 4. So that means from 4 you can move to 5, which will be a tone. You see that? And then move a tone again, and then change it to a minor, which will be a 6. You see that? I can stop this tutorial here. You get the logic behind it. You can play on all keys. Already you know how to play in the key of, you should know how to play in the key of D. This is your 1. D, E minor is your 2, F sharp minor is your 3, G is your 4. What else? A major is your 5. B minor is your 6, and then your 7 will be a B diminished chord. Instead of playing this as your 7, you can decide to play the 7th of the 5th chord, but play it as a 7th. What's the 5th? The 5th is A, right? So you play A7 as your 7th now in the key of D. T, that's your T, then your Do. That's all. So what other key would you not be able to play? Call any sharp, F sharp, in the key of F sharp. This is it. If this is E, this is F, this is F, this is F sharp. And I told you that if like you are holding E like this, and it's your 1, below it will be your what? Your 4. And then you can move to your 5, move a tone. Or if this is 1, you want to move to your 2, you move forward instead, and then change this to what? A minor chord. It will give you a re, mi, another tone, fa, semitone movement now, and then you hold a major instead, because your 4 is always supposed to be a major. Your 1 is major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor chord, and then your 7 is a diminished chord, and then finally back to your 1, which is a major chord. So I hope with this you should be able to play on all keys. I know these are I've spent more than 20 minutes, but the whole reason why I spend more than 20 minutes is so that you will be able to understand. Yeah, so I'll see you in another lesson. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Yep. I've played on key of C, I've played on key of A, I've played on E, I played on F sharp, I played on G, I can decide to play on B now. I can do this. This is B, above it will be 5, which will be your saw, which is an F sharp chord. Your La, move, La, then below it Fa, which is from your 5th, move 2 frets downward, will give you your Fa, which is your E. That's it. So do have a beautiful time playing on all keys. Remember what I said. You might not get this, but listen to this tutorial again and you definitely get it. I remain your guitar tutor, Alfred Cyril Owecho. See you in another tutorial. You're blessed.